This is the EUFY E340. It's a wired floodlight cam that produces up to 2000 lumens, so it's going to be really awesome for dark areas. You also get 360 degrees pan and tilt, 24/7 recording, dual band support for the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz network, two-way talk, and a built-in siren, dual camera setup, a wide-angle lens, and a telephoto lens, and most definitely it does support HomeBase 3. With the built-in AI, you can differentiate between humans, pets, and vehicle. Auto tracking paired with the 360 degrees pan and tilt means nothing will escape the view of this camera. When I say nothing escapes the view of this camera, I mean absolutely nothing. This is made possible because there's additional motion sensors on the side of the camera which detects motion even if it's out of the camera's view. Once motion is detected, the camera will then pan to the specific location and then auto tracking will follow the subject. The wide-angle lens offers 3K video resolution with 3x zoom and 130 degrees field of view, while the telephoto lens offers 2K video resolution with 3x zoom. Besides the light, one of my absolute favorite features of this camera is the 24/7 recording. You can record to a microSD card up to 128 gigabytes, and you can also sync up to HomeBase 3 for additional storage. For reference, we will be testing this camera as a standalone camera without HomeBase 3. And what I've noticed is that you can retain up to 6 days of recording on the microSD card, but you can retain more days of just motion activated events. For example, I still have access to motion activated events on all these days, but access to 24/7 recording is only available on the most recent 6 days. Here's what you get inside the box. A USB cable. Utilize this to give the camera power during setup. Because this camera is wired into a junction box, it might be much easier to get it set up first before installation. You also get a S-hook to hold the camera while you wire it into the junction box, some mounting hardware, a position sticker, a warning sticker, a quick start guide, and the EUFY Floodlight Cam E340. The mounting bracket is attached to the back of the camera. Setup was extremely simple. Open up the EUFY app. If you don't have it, you can find it on the iOS or the Android App Store. Go to Add a Device. Scroll down to Floodlight Camera. Tap Floodlight Cam E340. Select a home or create a brand new one. Choose whether you want to set it up with HomeBase 3 or as a standalone camera. We will be setting it up as a standalone camera. Scan the QR code on the back of the camera with your phone. Grab the USB cable that's provided to you inside the box, plug it into the camera and then into a wall outlet. Wait until the indicator light turns a solid blue. Press the sync button for about 2 seconds until you hear a beep. Tap OK to grant Bluetooth permissions. Select your Wi-Fi network and enter the Wi-Fi credentials.
Connecting to the Wi-Fi network. Please wait.
Camera was added successfully and your setup is completed.
Setup was successful.
The camera can be installed directly onto the wall or under the eaves. To switch the position from a on-the-wall install to a under the eaves install, remove this screw, then move the back plate to the top of the camera and reattach the screw. Just a quick little side note here. This camera can also be installed without a junction box, but EUFY haven't yet released the proper accessories for it. I'll do a video on that when it's released. If you're uncomfortable with doing junction box wiring, please seek professional help and make sure you follow all your local town codes when it comes to electrical work. Safety comes first, so before you begin, make sure you shut off power to the junction box. Find the screw that's the right size to fit your junction box and then install the wall plate directly onto the junction box. Use the S-hook to hold the camera while you wire it into the junction box, black to black, white to white, and yellow to ground. Tuck the wires in, push the camera up against the mounting bracket and pull down to secure it. Insert the safety screw on both sides and you're good to go. Now you can adjust the floodlights to your liking. Hey honey, can you hear me? You don't have to sound like that. Can you hear me?
Did you say?
Is it choppy?
Back and forth is a little difficult with the press and release.
It sounds like a walkie-talkie, basically. Right now, I'm 75 feet away from the camera, and these are my detection settings. There we go. So about 40 feet is where the camera will pick up motion and you will get the notification. This is what the camera looks like during the day with the wide angle at the top and the telephoto lens at the bottom. Surprisingly, I was able to see the license plate at about 30 feet at night with the lights on. This is how it looks at night with the infrared lights on. Overall, this is a pretty solid camera. The ability to record 24/7 is very useful because even if the camera misses some motion events, it will still be recorded through 24/7 recording. However, the audio quality left much to be desired. The lights, on the other hand, it's very bright and useful if you have a dark area that needs to be lit. There should have been an Ethernet cable option for this where you can wire it into your router because the Wi-Fi can be choppy at times, especially when reviewing 24/7 footage. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, have a good one.